So NBA The Run has set their next playtest date, and while initially I thought this could be a short, I kind of realized after reading it that, like, damn, I can't do that, because I feel like it ain't really gonna be no part in here if I were to do that. So I'm gonna scroll down for y'all because this is live. I'm not live, but live, catch my drift, and let y'all read this for yourselves while I just kind of yap. So NBA The Run said that they changed some things, right? Their goals are to do things about animations, improve passing, and then just make an overall better game for the player. In specific, they say, we saw y'all hitting logo threes. I'm right here, by the way. We saw y'all hitting logo threes, breaking ankles, snatching monster blocks, posterizing dunks, and more, all for the chip. We also heard your feedback on what to improve. More polished animations, improved passing, tuning, and balance. And you want to know more about how rank and progression works. I can read. I promise I can. This kind of brought me to the first, I guess, issue that I had. Right. They said on animations, we intentionally decided to go with a stylized look and feel for our game. We want this game to feel crafted and have a look of its own. Every animation is hand keyed from scratch. This is a lot more work than mocap. But we hear you. You didn't like the stylized look and feel, so we're changing it up. We're still going hand keyed, but we're revising all core animation sets to feel more athletic, more bouncy, and much more how you'd expect a professional athlete to naturally move. I think that this is in reference to the fact that it feels staggering, or like some of the dribbling feels staggered. And if that's all they fix, is fine, but I don't want them to lose the heart and soul of the actual game itself. It's an arcade game to me. There does not need to be another competitor in the simulation space, unless they're going to fully commit to the simulation logic, and they're going to do it with a very large team. NBA The Run, by their own admittance, is down at the bottom. They say what seems to be, if my math, I'm just doing rough math here, we've got 18 employees working at play-by-play, and all told we're 30 people on the team. So there are 30 people in total. I would not want 30 people working on a purely simulation basketball game with things that are harder than mocap, with a June release date or release space. So they say. I think that's gonna get pushed back, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Right? I want them to keep the core of arcade feel, NBA Jam. I play 2K. I have 2K. I've played 2K and I'll continue to play 2K. 2K serves one purpose, and some would argue they're not even good at doing that. So to me, The Run does not need to compete with 2K. That's not the space that they need to be occupying at all. Moving on. On animations, no. Next up, passing. We heard a lot of feedback about passing not looking great, not having enough variation in floating passes. We've made a number of changes to help minimize these issues and make look and feel better overall. We've tuned passing distances, added stylized passing animations, and we're ironing out how best to transition from moves to passing instantaneously. The key is, with all these changes, we never want the game to play bad in order to get something to look good. We're finding that balance to improve the look, feel, and variation of animations without losing the responsiveness of player control. To me, this is, and yes, I'm going to make things sound much easier than they are. To me, this is a simple fix though. Just make there be some button modifier to change the amount for passing changes, and then configure the controls based on that. I don't think that this is that crazy. It's tough because I think that people cared about passing, but I can't speak to everyone else's experiences. For me, passing was fine. Was it great? No, but to me, in arcade style, it's one of those things that kind of comes down to, I feel like it's the quality of pass that you expect and a style of play that you like, the style of person you are, that'll impact the outcome style of play that you have, right? So if you're somebody that likes to throw it down the court at all times and just try to get it up the court, get it up the court, get it up the court and push pace, you probably had a worse time than somebody that's a little bit more methodical. There's something to be said about the fact that you try to do that, but I don't think you shouldn't have a good game now because of it. Lastly, so this is really quick, right here, tuning and balance. No more 3-foot floaters. Added a new system that rewards shooters, making running shots harder to pull off. Reduced shooting effectiveness from beyond half court. Made cherry picking more difficult to pull off. Sped up passing. Tuned shoves to be more difficult and cost more energy. Made off the easy more rewarding and easier to pull off. Changed camera to swap button mapping and a whole bunch of other bug fixes and improvements. So the other bug fixes and improvements might just come down to stability. I'm glad there are no more 3-foot floaters in there anymore. I'm glad shooting will be a little bit more difficult. Let's hope it's not overtuned and impossible to shoot on. I'm looking at you, 2K, again. But all in all, I like these changes. I'm cool with this. I'm glad that it looks like shoving is probably gonna get tuned down. I don't want it to be fully gone, but I'm glad it'll be tuned down. And honestly, I just hope that they maintain the arcade feel. I think that any genre in gaming is better when not only is there competition, but there's just variety, right? That's why on my channel I'm doing a variety of things, and we'll continue to try to bring a variety of different things to make you aware of certain games if you weren't playing them before, and to just offer something to you that you don't averagely see, which is you can be someone that plays ball and gun games, single player games, things that are purely arcade. Like, variety is important as a gamer, but in your life as well. And I hope that the run doesn't lose the soul that they have by trying to make all these changes. They already said they're getting rid of things being stylized. That bothers me a little bit, but I'm not gonna knock it until I try it. I want it to have a space of its own. The last thing that 2K needs right this moment is competition from someone that, again, admitted down below, it's only 30 of y'all. That's not competition. That's gonna be you essentially frying yourself. I don't need that. I don't want to hear that. That's not good because it ruins the outcomes. Simulation has its place. Arcade has its place. Let gamers have both available to them and let them decide where they land. Shit, people like me are gonna get both. And as long as the updates are there and the feedback is there and there's always a plan for the game, as a consumer, I'll always come back. I don't know what the run's gonna do in the future, but we'll find out in like a week. In the meantime, between time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hope you'll come back for what I'm hoping is not a completely different game. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.